recording. And this paragraph right here is going to go to Zappic.
やがてプテラノードンは川を越え、シダの茂みを越えて、ゆっくりとカシの木の根元に舞い降りた。Before long, the pteranodon, uh, uh, the core part, is it referring to like the sound?
That's a good guess. You're thinking about koi, the noun, but you see how there's a comma right here? This
Yeah.
comma means it's basically two possibilities. Possibility one, this this is a ni that's been replaced with a koi. So it could be koi ni. That is theoretically possible. That's normally only with like specific things that are commonly marked with ni, like zoo, for example, like taberazu to mean not eating anything without eating type of idea, or with time phrases like kyou wa, for
Yeah.
example. So koi isn't really commonly marked with ni, so because of that, that's not really possible. So it has to be the second thing that we commonly see, which is stem form, which is a way to mark and in narration. So this is actually koemas.
Uh-huh. I don't know what that is.
Koiru is to go across.
Oh, okay.
So that's like over, like passed over.
Yeah. So the dragon is dinosaur, I mean, is going in, flying over the river,
はい。
and the evergreen
Flies over that as
bushes.
well. So this is the same verb right here. Koe, koete.
Yeah. And yukiri is like slowly or carefully.
Yep.
Mm, 少しせ
This is a type of tree, evergreen.
Yeah. So the evergreen tree 根元に is, oh, it's landing on like the roots of the evergreen green tree.
Yes, it does. It lands right down there. And my oridu just tells us how it landed. It didn't drop like a rock. Whoosh! Instead, it went whoosh type of idea. It's a nice my kind of descent. Because oridu is descent, and my is saying what kind of descent it's doing. And this sentence right here is going to go to Grayson.
ジャックが地面に滑り降りると、プテラドンはすぐにまた空へ飛び立いた。Okay.
ジャックが地面に滑り降りる. What does that mean?
Ori. Wait, that was like to get off?
Yes, it can mean to get off.
Okay.
And,
Jim, wait. So we have Jack.
mhm.
Uh, we have the ground.
We do have the ground marked by knee. Do you know what knee marks?
Um, the that's where we're going.
Yes.
Like, there's the movement.
Hmm.
So he probably gets off the pterodon onto the
Yep.
ground.
Yes. And it gets off in a suberi way, which means he slides down rather than
Okay.
like climbing down it or something. Do you know what the toe particle marks?
Um, that's going to be the if when
It is the if
to
when statement. What makes if to special in the if when statements? Because in English we have if and when, the hypothetical and the for surety. In Japanese, it's separated not through hypothetical and certainty. It's separated into four different categories. Do you know what makes to special?
toe is the one that will happen.
Yeah, 100% probability.
Yeah.
Perfect. And everything in the past has already happened in the past, and thus, when you're talking about the past tense, it's normally used to mean immediately afterwards because everything in the past has already happened in the past. So it's kind of like silly to mark it with to because obviously it would have happened right after the other thing because there's no way to change it. So it tends to have immediately afterwards or observed information after doing so. So right after Jack slides off the putra down onto the floor, what happens?
Okay. Um, okay. We have the wings or flying
Yep, flying, sora.
through
Tobi
the
is the
air.
verb. Hi. Um, do you know what tobu means?
Um, to fly.
It is to
Uh,
fly.
yeah.
The tatsu here, to stand, is
Sand.
being used to mean to fly up, as in to jump up into the air type of idea. So it
Okay.
just is just focusing on the beginning of the action. It's basically like Tobi Hajimeru kind of idea, but you don't really say Hajimeru with that because the way it normally flies is different than when it's first doing takeoff, right? This is kind of focusing on that takeoff action because right it finishes that action. It's not necessarily done with flying after it does that. So because they want the sentence to be in the past tense, it doesn't make sense to use tobimashita or something like that. Tonda, right? That wouldn't make sense in this context because that would mean it finished flying, which we're actually just saying it finished doing the takeoff. So where did it fly off to?
Into the sky.
Perfect. And did it do this slowly or fastly?
Uh, I thought Suki was like next.
Sugu can be next. You're thinking about, but you're right that tsugi is
Oh,
literally the word next.
okay.
Sugu is a time phrase of nextness. It means like the
Hmm.
next possible action, basically. So it can mean soon or right afterwards or right now, and it all just kind of depends on context. But it is
Right.
also a kind of next, funnily enough. It just means like the next possible action that you could
Hmm.
take type of idea. Um, and the next line is going to go to Afifa.
ジャックはずり落ちたメガネ、ずり、ずり落ちたメガネを直すと、プテラノドンを見上げて、つぶやいた。ずり落ち、like, 滑り降り。
It's close to oriru, you're right. Ochiru is to fall. And who's falling? Jaku?
ジャック
Nope. So you see how this ends with a ta? Ta form and dictionary form are signifiers in Japanese for how the verb ends. So the way the verb is ending is going to tell you what function it has in the sentence. It's basically like a particle, just like wa is a particle. The verbs are also going to end with its own kind of particle, which is the tensing information. Um, Ta and u, dictionary form, past tense and dictionary form, are both used in Japanese as to turn a verb into a adjective, basically. It means this verb is either describing whatever is touching to it, or you're going to have a period. Those are your only two options when you have ta form or dictionary form. In comparison, right, over here we had koe, not ru form, or koite, te form. These two endings, on the other hand, give us an and meaning. And that's why the putrodon can do this koeru and that koeru, because they both end in a way that says it can do those actions, basically. So this ta is saying subiri ochita is describing a megane. You know what a megane is?
Good glasses.
Yes. So his glasses slide down, and this tends to insinuate his nose. So what Jack does though is naosu.
He fixes his glasses.
He does. Jack fixes his glasses that slid down his nose. And then we have the toe particle. What does that tell us?
And?
Yeah. What kind of and with in statement is it?
I don't know. Forgot it.
This is our 100% probability, and when sentences are in the past tense, it's always happened. There's no doubt ever. It definitely for sure happened. There's no probability of not happening. So because of that, it means immediately afterwards or observed information. So right after Jack fixes his glasses that slid down his nose, he miagetes. See, we got a te there. So that's why Jack's able to do the verb.
Looks up.
Yes. What does he look up at?
Pteranodon.
Correct. And does he do anything else?
I don't know what tsubuyaku.
Tsubuyaku is to mutter. So altogether, what is this sentence saying from the top?
Jack fixes his glasses that slowed down. Looks up at the pteranodon.
Yep.
He mutters and looks
And
up.
he mutters. Perfect. And the next line here is going to go to you, Panda.
Arigato, Henry.
Yep.
Thank you, Henry.
Exactly. Perfect. He did so good, so I'm going to give you the next line. Just got to check. When you said I think you said you're Ed 5, so you could have been at the hiragana ari, still learning the hiragana as possible.
Onichan, Onichan, Daishio Bu, Kino Ui Kara, Ani ga sakenda.
Perfect. お兄ちゃん、大丈夫？木の上から兄が叫んだ。
Are you okay, brother?
Perfect.
Older brother. Kino Kara. From up above?
Above what?
The tree?
Hi.
Or Ani ga sakenda. Okay, and I don't know what that means, but
叫ぶ is to yell.
okay.
So what did Annie do?
Yells up above yells above from the tree. Are you okay, older brother?
Yes, because you were here before, but Annie is up in a treehouse. So she's up above in the tree, and Jack now just got off the putradon at the root of the tree. I don't know how he heard her, but he must have big bat ears. And the next two paragraphs are going to go to Zapik.
ジャッキは息を挟ませながら答えた。兄、助けてくれてありがとう。素晴らしい冒険飛行だったよ。Jack, the 挟ませ, I don't know.
So, do you know what iki is?
Yeah, that's the breath.
Yes, he's breathing. So
it's either sighing or...
Good guess. So hazusu is like a spring bouncing back and forth. So if you're making your breath spring back and forth, that means you're panting. So he's going, he's springing his lungs back and forth. Like a spring.
So while breathing like that, he answers.
Hi.
Annie, thank you for saving me. It was a good it's a flying adventure.
Yep, it was a great adventure, flight adventure. I don't know how you do in translate English.
Yeah.
Flight adventure sounds weird. Next line is going to go to Grayson.
だが、ジャックの足はガクガクして力が入ら nai. Okay, Jack's foot or probably legs.
Legs in this context.
Yeah.
They're
Mhm.
gaku suru. So gaku, you know what that is? Not the meaning, but what it is grammarly.
That's going to be one of the adverbs.
Yes, the adverbs, sound effect adverbs. Perfect. So his
Yeah.
legs are making the sound gaku 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 gaku, which is the sound of the legs kind of like quivering a bit.
Uh-huh.
His legs, are shaking. They're knocking together. The official meaning of it is clattering.
Okay.
So
So the legs are clattering with power. Like,
so we have a negative form right here.
oh yeah, okay. Without power.
Yep, without any power. The hairu is to enter, so to put power inside of something. So this is basically
Yeah, okay.
saying his legs are so exhausted he can't put any strength into them. So in other words, he can't really like move, is kind of what it's telling
Oh,
us.
okay.
And the next line here is going to go to a panda.
Mota, shiteiru to aniga sakenda.
Hi. Mota mota is the sound effect of doing something kind of slow or you're dawdling.
Moto shiteiru. I'm not sure what shiteiru is.
Hi. So shiteiru comes from the verb suru. Do you know what suru means?
To do.
To do. And then we have iru to mean is doing. So it says Jack, that's our kind of the topic of the sentence right now. Specifically, we're talking about his legs, right? So it says Jack, he is dawdling, right? The previous sentence let us know that his legs are quivering and he can't put any power in them. So he hasn't climbed up the ladder yet. He's dawdling right now. Do you know what this toe particle is telling us? It's our third time seeing this today, or with other people.
I'm
person gets a
trying to
toe.
recall. It's if, when.
You're right. It's an if/when word. But it doesn't mark hypothetically. Do you know what makes toes special?
It has happened already.
It has already happened. That's true. It's in past tense. But it means 100% certainty. And the thing I'm talking about that I've said most times that it already happened is because in past tense, everything in the past has already happened. So when you're using toe, it's a little bit silly to use it for a general statement because obviously it already happened. Let's go give us some more information. So instead, it's used to mean immediately afterwards. So what I'm doing is trying to make you like remember it from that weird statement of mine, because it always means 100%. So in future tense, it doesn't mean immediately afterwards. In future tense, it just means like for sure. For example, 5 plus 5 equals 10. That'd be to, because if you add 5 to 5, it's always going to make 10, right? It doesn't really matter when you do it. But with past tense, because everything in the past has already had the outcome that's going to happen from it, that's already insinuated with everything in the past. So there's no real reason to use to in there, otherwise to mark tense. Because otherwise you could use a different particle like tada or eba or nada to give us a little bit more information. So the extra information to is giving in past tense is right afterwards. So basically, after Jack was dawdling, what happened?
Annie's looking for something?
That's a good guess. This was sakenda, which you had on the last line right over here. Annie got sakenda. Oni-chan, daijoubu? What did Annie do?
Yelling?
She yelled. Yes. Past tense. Perfect. And the next line will be what she yelled. Which is going to go to Afifa.
早く登ってきて、恐竜が こっちへ来るわ。
来るわ。
来るわ。持ってきて。
はいはい。So this is the verb 登る. Noboru is to climb. This kite is the same verb as kuru. What does kite mean?
To come.
To come, exactly. This is normally without the kanji, right? This is normally added to another verb as a helping verb to basically mean that there's someone saying the sentence and they're saying you're going to do the action to get closer to the speaker. So, nobotte kite tells us that Annie must be up something in order for someone to be able to noboru. What does noboru mean?
Climb.
In order to be able to climb, in order to get closer to her. So this gives us information about the speaker. We already know that she was up in the treehouse, but this information would also let us know that she's up something. If she's saying "nobotte kite," right? She could also say "nobotte itte," right? And this would mean climb up away from me. So this might insinuate Annie's like in a hole, and there's something to climb up, and she says, "Go climb up away in there. I'm going to hide in the hole. You climb up the tree." Type of idea. So it's very important to mark where the speaker is when in term of whatever action you're telling someone else to do or an action that people are doing in general. So she says, climb up where?
Quickly.
Like in what way? Quickly. Perfect. And the next sentence was?
That dinosaur is coming over here.
Perfect.
Coming
Nice.
this way.
Yep, he's coming this way. He's coming. Next line is going to go to Grayson.
振り返ってみると、テラソセウルスがものすごい顔で突進してくる。はい。So we're T-Rex again. Okay.
Mm-hmm. 振り返ってみると We're describing Jack contextually.
振り返って
振り返る is to look behind yourself.
Okay. So like right after Jack looked behind himself,
はい。
he saw the T-Rex.
そうそう。And what is it doing?
Let's see. I think the only part of that I recognize is the kuru, so it's probably coming towards him.
You're right. It is coming towards him. You're right. That's what the kudo's telling us. Going straight toward Jack. Toshin. This, I'll do totu. The totu here is like to stab something, and shin is like susumu, to continue forward. So stabbing in a forward motion is to charge at somebody. So it says the T-Rex is charging straight at Jack. And what information, what else does, like what tool is it using to charge at Jack with? Is it running backwards, forward? What does this tell us?
Mono is thing, but I don't know if
It is
that's...
thing. It's modifying sugoi. Do you know what sugoi means?
Oh, okay. Like sugoi is like terrible?
It can mean terrible, and it does mean terrible in this context. It just means like tremendous.
Yeah.
So this is like super tremendous, which in this context is super terrible, super horrible and scary kind of idea. So what kind of scary what?
Face.
You're right. So it's charging with a super scary look on his face. which also gives us the vibe that it's like charging head first, right? The T-Rex, after all, got its head down a little bit. And the next line, the next line is gonna go to Panda.
役は慌てて縄ばしごに足をかけた。You gave me some hints there.
So.
Jack is panicked and flat. Something with his foot or leg.
What does he do? Like you don't need to guess the verb yet.
Yeah.
But we have a knee particle. Do you know what that marks?
I don't recall off the top of my head. Yeah.
So the knee literally only marks the final destination of the verb. So this is commonly used with things like the time or the destination of where you're doing an action or on in some kind of way. So this means the leg is going to end up on the nawabashigo. What is a nawabashigo?
The rope.
The rope. So somehow his leg is going to end up on the rope using the verb kakeru. So I didn't tell you what kakeru meant because you can kind of guess in context that it's meaning like he put his leg on the rope.
Okay.
Kakeru is a really weird verb in that it has 5,000 different ways it's written at the translation as. Not that it means 5,000 different things, but more that we don't have an English word that matches it exactly. So they have to give us 5,000 different words for it. Kakeru means to cover something in a way that doesn't mean you're hiding the item and normally means that you are making it better or using it in some way. So things that you can kakeru, for example, is a donut in sugar. You're making the donut much more yummier by covering it in sugar, right? Or another thing you can kakeru is a river with a bridge, right? The whole river isn't fully covered in the bridge, unlike the sugar with the donut, but it makes the river better by having the bridge on it because now you can cross it. Or you put glasses on. That's another thing you kakeru because you're covering your eyes with glasses. But we can still see your eyes. We're not like hiding it from people. If anything, we're making it better because now you can see. So here he's putting his leg on top of the rope. And for the rope, this is a good thing because ropes are used for people to climb type of idea. So, or you also will hang a coat on a hanger is also kakeru because you're covering the hanger with the coat, but that's what the hanger is used for. That's the benefit. The hanger is very happy to have a coat on it. So that's what it is. It is to be happy to be covering something, verb, but it's very like but that kind of description is not going to be in a dictionary. Instead, it's going to say it means to hang up a coat. Blah 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 blah. Right? It's going to have the 5,000 definitions. But yeah, that's what that means. You don't need to write that down because you'll be seeing it 5,000 times eventually. Hayaku, hurry up. And this line right over here is gonna go to Grayson again.
兄が声をかけるが焦ればせるほど足がもつれて登れない。Okay, we have Annie, we have a voice, probably her voice.
It is. So the kakeru, the cover here is to raise your voice. It normally means to start the conversation. So this one's a little bit more complicated to figure out how to do the metaphor, what the covering is, which is covering the silence with her voice.
Okay.
There's no silence, and then suddenly she starts talking, type of idea. It's used for the starting of the conversation.
Sounds like Annie.
Exactly. So she calls out, however, then the however here is letting us know we're now talking about Jack again, which is very confusing because it doesn't have to be. Theoretically, we could still be talking about Annie, but with the context about Jack climbing onto the ladder, we're now talking about him again.
Okay. Wait, so the guy is saying now we're moving back to the other subject?
Yeah, so both ga and to, the to particle, can be used between two clauses that have different subjects, which not all clauses allow you to do. For example, de doesn't allow you to do that. Te form doesn't allow you to do that. If you're using te form, the subject should be the same in both clauses, basically. But ga and to are one of those conjectures that do allow you to have two different subjects. So theoretically, this could both be Annie, but contextually, it doesn't make sense to be Annie because it's saying even though Annie did this, it doesn't really make sense that this action and that action, because I can skim the sentence, that this action and that action would be related in a negative way if Annie was doing both, because we know the context here. So context is saying, oh, this must be Jack. But and that is possible because ga allows for two subjects. It can be the same subject, but the context of the sentence of what the words are literally meaning wouldn't make sense for Annie to have ashiga motsurete when the previous sentence was Jack wa awatete namabashigo ni ashi o kaketa, right? We've already talked about Jack's legs, so it makes sense to assume we're still talking about his legs. But it is theoretically possible to be talking about Annie's legs. It's not like grammarly that is a fact, but it's more just like contextually we make the assumption that we're talking about Jack's legs still.
Okay. We have asere baseru hodo. I'm not sure what any of that means.
Yeah, it's it's probably a harder grammar point
Okay.
going on here. So we have reba, which is one of our many if/when statements. Eba is the generic if/when statement. It's when none of the other if/when statements make sense, is what that is. And hodol means to the extent. So it says to the extent of being an asedu, you asedu, is what it's saying. So it's basically a way to say you are in as much as a hurry as possible. So he's super duper in a hurry. He's like at 100% max wanting to be in a hurry level of hurrying. Which asedu is basically the same as awatete, which is like in a panicky, hurrying kind of action. So it basically says, even though Annie yelled, run, 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 he is already at max capacity of running panicness. But what's going on with his legs?
Motsu.
Motsurete normally means to be tangled in some kind of way or to have bad control with. So this is basically meaning that he's not able to like move his legs. Is basically he's frozen right now. Or you could argue that he's trying to climb, but his legs aren't really like doing anything right. He's not he might be like slightly lifting it up, but not high enough type of thing. Maybe his legs slipping down on the ladder type of idea. So he's already kind of panicking, but he's panicking so much, he's no longer able to control his feet very well, and they're kind of getting tangled in the ladder, right?
Yeah.
And thus he
He's
no borenai.
He's not able to climb.
Exactly, he's unable to climb because of this. And the next paragraph here is going to go to Zapik.
やっとのことで、ツリーハウスにたどり着いたとたん、突進という音がして、カシの木が大きく揺れた。ジャックとアニはたくさんの本の中に頭から突っ込んだ。So やっとのことで、having finally done that?
Yeah, having finally contextually climbed up the
Yeah.
treehouse.
ツリーハウスに、yeah,
I guess it's described in the next clause.
describing that, yeah. Arriving at the treehouse, 突進と You can hear like a toshin sound. And evergreen tree is like shivering in a big way or swaying.
Yeah, basically, right? Something crashed into the tree.
Yeah. And from up above Jack's and Annie's head, there's a lot of books falling down. Is that right?
Tsukonde is to stab into something. And it
Yeah,
says Jack
okay.
and Annie
Yeah.
stab, not the book stab. So because of that, Jack and Annie are acting like ostriches. And what are they doing?
Oh, okay. So their the head is wait, what?
So basically,
Oh, it's covering. Okay.
yeah, they stab their heads basically into the books, is what they're doing.
Okay.
So there's a whole bunch of books, and Jack and Anne have shoved themselves into a pile of books, basically, is what they've done, rather than the books falling on them. Just
Uh-huh.
just 'cause it says Hono Nakani, so that's like the destination. The so it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense for the books to be moving for that specific thing. But it would make sense from the Yuderu, right? They made the
Yeah.
house shack so some books fell down. But maybe Jack and Annie went underneath the books to protect themselves from more books falling down or something. But literally it's not saying that, even though that would make sense contextually. And the next line here is going to go to Panda. ちょっと聞こえない。
Annie.
Panda? はい。
Oh, sorry.
Perfect.
Enigas sakenda ie ritai sute hayaku ite.
はい。兄が叫んだ。帰りたいって。早く行って。So this te is a slurring of to from toyu, not the to we saw before, which is the cause and the if when to. This is quotation to.
Any is looked about or is
Sakebu. This is your third line and you got sakebu for the third time. What did that mean? New vocab word.
I know I just can't remember.
That's
Searching,
the
looking,
yell.
yelling. I definitely don't know what kai
Kairi. So kairu is to return home, and tai is a thing added to that, which means want. So I want to go home. Kairitai to iu. Do you know what iu is?
That's to speak or say something, or
Yes.
they said something.
So
or
she
yelled.
said. So Annie yells, "Say kairitai."
I want to go. Okay, Annie's
Yep.
yelling, I want to go home.
No, Annie. So,
Oh.
do you see this little mark here?
Yes.
This is a Japanese quotation mark. That's what these are. So this is what Annie says I yell. So Annie yells, "Say I want to go home, hayakuri." What does hayaku mean?
Loudly or
Quickly.
quickly?
Loudly would be takai. So quickly say, I want to go home. Perfect. And the next line is going to go to Afifa.
がいるんだ。ログクリックの写真が載ってる本だよ。どこだ？Shouldn't it be ある?
No,
Whose
oh
book?
wait. Yes, you are right. That would normally be Adu. He's not really saying there are books that exist here. Honga irunda. It should be so if this had kanji, this would have been easier to show you the difference. But iru, there's two different irus in Japanese. there is this iru, which is to exist. That's the opposite of the aru that you were thinking about. And then there is this iru, which means it's the same as hitsuyo, which is needed.
To need.
Yep. So he needs the hon. So I need the book, is what he says. The book is needed. He can't just say karitai. He needs the book to do the magic spell. So which book does he need? フラグクリークの写真が載っている本だよ。
The book with Frog Creek photos.
載っている。載っている can mean depicted in something. So he wants the book with the pictures of Frog Creek inside of it. Not like physical, like not like a picture as a bookmark, but like inside of the printed in the book is what that is word. And then he says, どこだ?
Where is it?
Where is it? Dun, 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 dun. And the next line is going to go to Panda.
二人は、
Yep, Pennsylvania. Katakana is hard.
Yeah, that's where I fail a lot. 私有の本を探した。Two people or two things or two
Yep,
people. I think
it's two people. Futatsu is two things. So two people, sagashitad.
Pennsylvania. Yeah. Looking at.
Looked.
Oh, they looked.
For.
The condition of the tree.
Good guess. So ki, right, tree, looks like that. Hon has an extra line in it, and this means book. So the two people looked for a book. Which book did they look for? Pennsylvania Shu.
Oh, the book about the state of Pennsylvania.
Exactly. Perfect. Nice. And these couple lines are going to go to Zapik.
床の下からティラノサウルスの雄たけびが聞こえる。本は、一体どこなんだ？あった。So from below the floor, they could hear a Tyrannosaurus. Is it like their cry?
Yep. Otakebi is the cry.
Where in the world is the book? And I found it.
Perfect. And the next line is going to go to Grayson. Gambaro. This is a long line for you.
ジャックは急いで、ページをめくり、
フロッグクリーク。
フラグクリックが出ているページを見つけると、写真に指を押し付けていた。Well, I know it's going to be they're going to turn to the page with the picture, put their finger on it, and wish to be there.
You're just like, I read this as a kid.
I read this as a kid, but I also picked out the words picture, book, and finger, and I'm just like, okay.
Wow, well, let's go break it down. So first we got page mekuri. Mekuri is the flip. So they're flipping through, Zach flipped to the page in what kind of way? Isoide. Isogu.
Hurriedly.
Hurriedly, perfect. We got so many hurriedly words. And then he mitsukerus.
Looks at it.
Good guess. So miru does mean look, and tsukeru
Okay.
does mean attach. When you're attaching a look, that means you found something. Mitsukeru.
Okay.
So what did he find?
He found the page,
Which page? Frog Creekが出ている page.
the Frog Creek page.
Perfect. And then we have the toe particle. What does that tell us?
Right after he found the page,
Perfect. He oshitsuketes his yubi.
I'm guessing that he put his finger on it.
Yep. Onto what?
The picture.
Yes. So oshitsukeru is the tsukeru, same from tsukeru mitsukeru. Do you know what the tsukeru means?
To attach.
It is. So he attaches the finger in an osu kind of way, and osu is the push. So it feels a little bit like his finger's doing this, when you kind of like, push. It's not like poke. It's like he's pressing onto it, like an old person on like some mat or something. And then what does he do lastly?
Then he says,
Perfect, something. And then the next line is going to go to Panda.
Frog Creek, Frog Creek ni kairitai.
はい、帰りたい。
Go back to Frog Creek.
I want to go back to Frog Creek.
I want to go back to Frog.
Yeah, tai means want. You can add this to anything. For example, taberu, to eat, tabetai, I want to eat. And it's always I want, not she wants. They use a different thing, which is tagaru, I think, or something like that for someone else wants. And the next two lines will go to Afifa.
風が静かに吹き始めた。
Oh, your microphone died out. Is that why you're sorry? Got busy? Oh, good then. Grayson, next two lines will go to you then. Looks like Affy. Someone
Okay.
distracted them.
風が静かに吹き始めた。急いでジャックが叫んだ。I guess the wind probably blowing.
始めた.
Oh yeah, began to blow, I guess.
Yep, it began to blow. Perfect. And what kind of way did it blow? Did it blow loudly, quietly?
Loudly.
Opposite. Shizuka is quiet.
Oh, quiet.
It went whoosh. And that's why he says, Isoide! And actually, it sounds like Afifa just came back. So the next line will go to you, Afifa.
それで、ジャックが叫んだ。急い。
Close. Hurry up! Isoide!
And Jack yelled.
Perfect. And the next paragraph is going to go to Zepik.
風がピューピューと音を、立て始め、ツリーハウスが回り始めた。回転がどんどん速くなる。ジャックは、兄にしがみついて、ぎゅーっと目をつぶった。The wind is making a pew pew sound. Harme is begin. Tata is stand.
Tateru is to make something stand, but it also has a second use. So earlier you said the wind is making a pew pew sound. Making is a verb. Oto is a noun. So you already translated the tateru with the context. Tateru is to make a sound by not purposely making a sound. It is a natural consequence of something normally moving or something like that. So things that tateru tend to be like trees or creaking, or if you like step on the wrong floorboard and goes, "Ah!" Those are all kind of tateru kind of sounds. They're basically they're just like weird natural consequences. So tate hajimeru means it begins to make the sound. So the wind begins to go pew 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 for some reason.
Yeah. And the treehouse is beginning to spin.
はい。
回転が And the spinning is getting faster. どんどん Yeah.
Faster and faster.
And Jack like clings to Annie
はい。
and shuts his eyes.
Perfect. And 突然何もかもが止まり静かになった。And suddenly everything stops and it becomes quiet once again. And the next line here goes to Panda.
何も聞こえない。
何も聞こえない。
Was not heard?
Yes, nothing was heard. So nani is what, and we add mo to that to say nothing. Nothing at all was heard. Type of idea. 何も聞こえない. Perfect. And we're going to stop here. This is probably the very final chapter. So chapter 10 is the last chapter, I guess. 二人だけの秘密. Just the two of theirs, super secret. So I'm going to stop the recording.